Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, day 4 of my, you can't really call it a through hike, it's a loop. But I'm just setting up camp, packing up. One last look here at Rainbow Lake. Take you down to my little beach and then tell you what I'm doing. There's a big storm coming in tomorrow, so I'm going to lay low for a day at a place called Bear Lake. I'm told it's very nice if I can get the middle campsite. I think there's 3 sites on that lake. This is very steep here, and I have no hiking shoes on, so bear with me. This is my front door. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to take off. It's a gorgeous day, but tomorrow at around noon, it's going to come in really hard. The weather's going to come in really hard, so I think it's probably wise to not fight it. I could hike in it, but then I run the risk of running into all the weekenders that are coming up on the other side of the loop. I think it's better just to lay low for a day, then by Sunday, because the weekenders won't get all the way up this far. I'm like 60, well, no, not 60. I'm about 40 kilometers up into the loop. Nobody can just hike that far for a weekend. So only the lower lakes get occupied during the weekend. So I'm going to grab Brown Lake, stay there overnight, start heading back down on Sunday, and by then most of the weekenders will have been packed up and on their way back to the trailhead. And because I really only got about, I could stretch, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, I guess. I'm starting to get that little sadness that's creeping in because, I mean, look at this. I mean, you never want this to end. Anyways, back up to camp here. So that's the plan, and that's the weather. Yesterday was a great day. Really good day. Wow, really good hike. Yesterday was actually the first day I felt like I did hike. All the other days were just, to me, Neros. Anytime I'm doing less than 10, I feel like I'm just walking around my neighborhood. But, yeah, I still got a little bit of stuff to get packed up, and then I do the morning ritual of packing my backpack and getting out of Dodge. But this is one of the better sites for sure. No question. Yesterday's was nice too. I mean, they're all nice. Just some of them are getting better than others. Anyway, I'll try to get you some views later on, and I hope you all have a good Friday. And yeah. Later. Okay, well, we've packed up camp, and it is now 11. Don't laugh. I didn't even get up till 9. Oh man, I am so lazy this trip. Usually I've got 5 hours of hiking and when I'm doing a through hike. But then, and I gotta say something too, having a stove slows things down a lot. You know, when I got up in the morning on my through hike, I would cold soak. I would just put instant coffee into a bottle, fill it up with water, and go. And that's that. You know, that's something I'm going to say about cold soaking is, you know. And what I might do next year on the AT is just do both. You know, maybe I'll grab myself a Vargo bot or something and cold soak half the time, and when I feel like it, like in the evenings when I have time. Although I could still have cold coffee in the morning, I suppose. Anyways, we have a bit of an issue today I have to contend with. There, let's just see what I'm seeing. Much nicer to look at. All the red leaves seem to have fallen. I'm just on a side trail right now, but I have to avoid the upper part of this loop. There is an alternate trail that goes by West Otterpaw Lake, which, by the way, I hear is a beautiful lake. Because I've heard 3 people now say that that section of the trail has been closed for years. And I ran into a couple guys from the next site over that said they went through it anyway. They said this is the second time I heard it, they were up to their waist in mud and bog and swampy, mosquito infested, anyway, yuck, yuck, yuck. I like hiking. I don't like swimming with a backpack. I'll sink like a brick. So I believe this is my junction. So far we were just on a little side trail that took me to my campsite. And there it is. Okay, so we're heading this way, and we have to catch the first left to make sure that we miss all of that fun, exciting stuff that so many people seem to have trying to warn me about. So once I get on that trail, I can talk a little more, but I seem to do enough of that already, it seems. Hiking with one trekking pole with slippery leaves. Oh yeah. So the plan today, well, my initial plan, because plans do change, is to get to Bear Lake, like I said this morning, and just hunker down for a day. But if I start booking in, oh, look at this, swampy. This is kind of like what those guys were wading through. If I get to Bear Lake and I've still got, 3 or 4 hours of daylight, and I still feel like going, I'll go right across to what's called Isla Lake. Oh, it's another campsite here. Should have checked that out last night for future trips in case I preferred it. Yeah, Isla Lake would be the next stop. So we're definitely passing Otterpaw. I'm trying to get to Bear, so that's the number one goal. Gotta keep watching here on the left, because Algonquin doesn't mark the trails very well. And with all the leaves off the trees, you don't really see the trail as well as you would. It's not framed in by the trees, if you know what I mean. Let's just check the GPS here. It's been whining at me this morning, saying that it can't find anything. Oh geez. Now it's asking me to start. Okay. I didn't start. Okay, so this is our whole loop. This is where I am on the entire spectrum of things. I want to be up here where these 3 yellow dots are today. Those little lakes right here, That's Bear Lake right there. Otter Paws here. And see how the red goes up there through all that marsh? Well, I'm cutting across here, going by Otter Paw, then West Otter Paw, and then back up to the trail here, and then up to here, where it's Brown Lake. Sorry, I keep calling it Bear Lake. Brown Lake. But I might keep going. What's that say? Another 5.5 up to Isla Lake and camp there for the night and start my descent, start my way down. But again, we'll see. We will see how I feel. Brown Lake is not a bad destination. That would work for me just fine. It keeps me on my path. I mean, I have Brown Lake reserved. So, I mean, you know, no harm, no foul, right? But also, there's not many people, there's not many hikers that would make their way up this far. And I'm not knocking them. Listen, hey, we all have careers, we have kids, we have, you know, stuff in our lives, right? We can't just dedicate the time that somebody like me can. Most of the people I meet along here are retired. They have the time. And that's great. So what I'm saying is, it's a good chance I'll get a site anywhere I go. And now that I have such a tent with such a small footprint, I can pitch it practically anywhere. It lays in the ground the size of a shoebox. Okay. I should have already seen it. I'm not using gut hook. Gut hook is so much better than all trails. But gut hook didn't have this trail in it. So I'm only going a little more. And then we're going to backpedal. Anyway, I'll try to get you some views and check in with you at camp. See you there. Hi guys. Okay, well, some developments have happened. Sorry about that. Looks like I'm going to take I wouldn't say it's a Nero. I did about 6.5 clicks. But I got to Otter Paw, what's called West Otter Paw Lake, and there was a bit of a mishap. I took a I don't know, about a 6 or 7 foot drop into the lake, and my tent was outside of the pack, and everything that was outside of the pack is soaked. There is some stuff inside the pack that's wet, but only the stuff that wasn't in the dry bags, and I'm embarrassed to say it, but guess what one of them was? Yep, the quilt. I was trying to dry the quilt while I backpacked, letting the sun dry it so that I would be ready for tonight. Well, now I have to use what little sun I have left to dry it out so I can actually sleep tonight. And a bunch of my other stuff. Oops. Boy, I tell you, this thing just keeps going. So I'm drying out my shoes down by the water, and my rain jacket, which I don't know why. I mean, it's Gore-Tex anyways. It's just gonna get wet anyways. But yeah, my tent for sure. So I have it all just laying out in the sun. Oh, by the way, yep, this is West Otter Paw Lake, I believe. And this is my campsite. I haven't set up yet. I basically just, all I've done so far is take an inventory and just seeing where I am. Everything's out on the ground. Toilet paper didn't get wet. Thank you. That would have been a disaster. Out here we protect our toilet paper with our lives. Anyways, it's a nice little site. I haven't decided quite yet where I want to pitch. I have to find a good spot. I actually like this spot right here because it's fairly flat. Right in here. Nice view. Lots of wood to start a fire. I have a saw, I can cut all that up. And yeah, so that's it. The storms are coming in tomorrow, so I got to be careful how I plan this. What my idea is, honestly, between you and me, is to go to bed really early, wake up in the morning. The storm's not coming till about 11 or 12. If I'm out on the trail by 6, I could get to Brown Lake. I know I've been calling it Bear Lake. It's actually Brown Lake. I got the B right. Jeez. I don't have good maps. I didn't bring any paper maps. So, and that's, yeah. So anyway, let me get set up and I'll do a recap of the day and we can figure things out together. Okay, well, camp is set up. Hang on, I'm just checking something here quickly for you guys. I'm trying to figure out exactly where we are. We're off the trail a little, but that's fine. We just got to come up and meet it there. But then we're going tomorrow up to this lake right here, where you're going to see the little dot. The dot will be right about there. That's where we're going. That's where we're going tomorrow. So, and that's called Brown Lake. The day after that, we are going to be over here at Isla Lake. The day after that, we're going to try and come all the way down to whatever lake that is. I don't even know what it is, but it looks pretty good. Pincher Lake. I wonder what that's all about. Guess we're going to find out. And I absolutely want to see Clara Lake. I've been told so much. There's 2 campsites. This one only says there's 1, but there's actually 2. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a little trail off to the side there. And it's that one that I really want to see. That's the one I'm told is a gold mine. So, anyways, that's my itinerary pretty much. And then from there, from Clara, I think I could make it down to Maggie. Because you got to remember, this is mostly downhill, eh? And there's Maggie. So I would probably go to Maggie East. I could go here and come to Maggie West. And then just loop the lake. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I could do that if I wanted to. Anyway, check out the camp. This might be my best pitch yet for the tent. And what I did, and maybe a lot of you won't notice it, but I do, and I'm pretty sure Joe would. Joe's the guy who designed this, after all. He owns Z-Packs, the maker of this tent. I actually pitched it down a little bit on the back side, a little bit down, because the wind's going to come in strong in the morning from that side. And that'll allow me to keep the doors open, keep the ventilation going. Because the rain's coming. So I don't know if I set my alarm and I get up early enough, great, fine. I'll really hightail it for Brown Lake. If not, then I might just hunker down here. I haven't figured it out yet. I'll have to decide that when I get to it. But I like this pitch. It's a good pitch. I'm getting better with the tent. And I don't know, you want to call it a contest. But the hat. People have been asking me about the hat. I keep hanging the hat from one of my trekking poles. Now, in my mind, the hat is my protector. at night. And this hat watches over me. I haven't assigned it a gender yet. Gender neutral. Hey, that's the world we live in. So why don't you guys help me come up with a name for the hat? Because this will be my go-to hat. In fact, I might even have a logo done with the hat, just to, for my branding kind of thing, if and when that ever comes. Anyway, it's just a thought. I got too much time on my hands, I guess. So yeah, this is my fire area. People before me left me a lot of smaller stuff to burn. I might take them up on it. We'll see how I feel later. And it's a pretty lake. It's a small lake. It's quite pretty. Would I put the drone up? Nah, not really. I'm gonna wait. I have very limited battery power, so my battery, but like I'm not doing anything more with the drones. I have maybe 15 minutes on one battery and 30 on the other, so I got to use that wisely. But I will kill those batteries. I will not charge them again. I will only charge this camera and my Garmin InReach. Even my phone, I'll let it die. Because I made a big mistake. I didn't bring the second battery bank. One battery bank's great if I'm on a through hike and I'm only doing 4 or 5 days. Even then it's tight. But right now I'm on day 4 and my battery bank is cooked. I mean, it's pretty much done. All my stuff down here by the beach and the sun is pretty much dried out. I also hung out my quilt. It's beautiful. Very lofted. This is my mega heavy duty quilt. This is the one that'll put me down to about 30 below zero. It's not coming with me next year. I mean, it might at the beginning because it's in February and I need to stay very warm because there will be snow up in those mountains the first month or so, 2 months maybe. But after that, I'm going to send it home and get a lighter one, 20 or a 30 degree, probably a 30 degree. And then I'm also going to swap out the pad for an Uberlight, which has a much lower R value. But also it's a lot lighter and it'll be more suitable for the task at hand. I mean, you got to use the tools for the job, right? So that's my idea. That's my plan anyways. And the pillow, the Trekology, I'm sorry, it's got to go. Don't like it. Don't like the height of it. It's been hurting my neck. It just bothers me. It's just the height of it. I don't know how to say it any other. And it's not that it's too high, it's too low. That's the thing. It's too low. If it was too high, sure, I could deflate it a bit and put it to the perfect height, but I can't. I want it higher. I wish it would blow up more and get me more height. So anyways, I know I'm bitching. Wah, wah, wah. So yeah, that's it. Privie's over there. Trail's over there. And I'm over here. I'm going to make supper now, I guess. Supper tonight is, it's called Three Sisters Stew. We are going backpacker's pantry tonight. Got the stove, may as well use it, right? Anyway, yeah, backpacker's pantry for dinner and then off first thing in the morning. I might set the alarm for about 5 and try to get out of here about 6. And that gives me about 5 hours of hiking, and that would easily put me to Brown Lake. And also probably before anybody else gets in there. So I would have the pick of that middle site that Chris was telling me about. So anyway, guys, I'm going to say good night and see you in the morning.